it's Diana from DianaMarchand.com and welcome to this video. Alright, what I'm going to show you today is some veggie noodles. So, you might have seen these before. They're kind of becoming a little more popular, and instead of using like rice noodles or the regular pasta, this is such a good option. It's way better for you because you're using vegetables and you're using something that actually has some nutrients in it, other than the regular starchy noodles that do not have any nutrients and definitely, especially in midlife, can really put on the weight, right? So what we're using is carrot noodles and zucchini noodles. So what I have done so far already is I have made these carrot noodles. And all I did for those is, of course, with your veggie peeler, just a regular veggie peeler, I just made some nice long strips with those. Thin strips. And you can do the same with the zucchini if you want. So with the zucchini, I just peeled it a bit, washed it, put a paper towel around it to pick up the excess moisture because zucchinis are really full of a lot of water, right? So then you would just, again, do this and you make your zucchini noodle. I have a plate here with a paper towel on it, or you could use a cotton towel because you're going to put your zucchini noodles on this so that it can absorb the extra water. Otherwise, they're going to be really liquidy when they sit, especially when you add the sauce. So if you don't have any type of a spiralizer, which I'm going to show you in a minute, then use your veggie peeler. Another option is, I'm going to get it, and this is another little tool I found years ago, and it has ridges, waves, kind of waving wave. They're not the spiky ones, they're just wave, and this will make like thin, really thin little noodle things too. So you could use something like that if you have it. Or another thing is, this is a Veggie, and you can purchase this really cheap at many places. This is what it looks like. It has two sides. One is thicker, one is thinner. So it depends if you want thinner noodles or thicker noodles. And so that's how you use that. If you have quite a fat carrot, you could use your carrot in here. Otherwise, carrots are a little too thin, but otherwise, we're going to use the zucchini. I'm going to find the larger size. Here it is right here. So it's super easy to use. You just put it in there and then you just rotate. And as you see, it's coming out in like these noodle shapes. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. But it works pretty good. It works pretty good. And that's all it is right there. And they come out in these noodle shapes. I'm going to try the opposite. See if that's... Yeah, we're going to do a little more. Now, with these zucchini noodles and carrot noodles, you can either choose to eat them cold and raw like this, or you can warm them up a little bit. It doesn't mean you can't. But I want to let you know about the zucchini noodles. When you warm them up, they get very, very soft and watery. That's just something to note. Okay, so we have the noodles made right there. It kind of does look like spaghetti, right? It's on the paper towel, and you just want to like let it absorb the excess moisture. And I have done this ahead of time, even a day ahead of time. I did this and I put it in the fridge with the paper towel. You can put it in a bag if you want. And that way the next day it's a lot drier. And when you put the sauce on it, it doesn't turn as watery. So that's a really good tip that you can do. But we are just going to use them like this today. So I'm going to use this bowl. So what you can do is you can also, if you work, you can make them in a jar, like a mason jar, wide mouth, and put the zucchini, some veggies, layer it in there, and then just bring your sauce on the side. That's one thing you could do too, which is super easy. Or you can add the sauce right in the jar and make a few a week or whatever, to have a few times a week. You can add various things to it. So let's say this is my bowl I take to work and it has a lid to it. So then you can just add your zucchini noodles. And we're going to add in some carrot noodles. Right? I'm going to mix them up there. I'm just using an example. So the carrot noodles soften a lot when you add the dressing to them. Right now they're staying, they stay like this, but when you add dressing to them, they soften up quite a lot. There you go. Now you can put various things in them. You could put some green onion, which is what I have right here. You could put some green onions, some bell pepper. Here is some yellow bell pepper. I also have some chopped mushrooms. So you can put in some chopped mushrooms. You can add any kind of veggies to these or keep it really simple and clean. And I also have some cilantro. So adding some basil, I have some basil over there. I could take some pieces of basil off. I could add cilantro. I could add parsley to it. Here's some cilantro. And like I said, this would be an option of eating it raw, right? I also have some black beans and green peas I can add in this too if I wanted, and chopped tomatoes. So this is just kind of the how-to. You can add anything to them. So an option would be keep eating it raw like this, more like a salad. And then you would add your dressing on it right before you eat. Or like I said, if you don't mind it softening up a lot, you could add your dressing in the morning. And then when you get to work, everything would be really soft with it. And I have made something here that's super fast and easy to make. And it tastes really, really good. And it's like a Parmesan. See if you can see it in there. There you go. And what it's made with is sunflower seeds, hemp seeds, and nutritional yeast, and a bit of garlic powder and salt. And I ground it in my NutriBullet, the grinding blade. So you can use any small, or even a coffee grinder, or even make a bigger batch in a food processor, and it would work really good. This is delicious. And so you would sprinkle a good amount of this on top of it, whether you're eating it cooked or raw. So that is something to add a lot of flavor. And then because it's dry, it helps to soak up the excess moisture from the zucchini too, so you don't get as watery. It's as watery. So something like this is excellent to add to the zucchini pasta. And another option, like we said, is you could cook this. So what you would do first is in a pan, like for dinner, saute some garlic and onions and maybe some mushrooms and broccoli, whatever else you want to add it. Saute that a little bit. And then right near the end, you want to put in your zucchini noodles because they don't take long. Even your carrot noodles can go in first. Zucchini noodles, and heat it all through. Add your sauce and then just let that warm a bit, just a little bit, and then eat it all nice and warm. So that's another option. It's just another way to get some really healthy veggies and greens into your diet. Something that's different other than always having a regular salad, right? So we work at different textures and different, just different ways of preparing veggies. So you could also, of course, add any seeds to this or chopped nuts, like chopped cashews to this is really good. You can make any of the raw sauces with the cashews, any of the different types of flavored cashew sauces, or just a simple dressing would be wonderful on this. And then if you cook it, that's a whole other thing, right? Well, I hope that helps, and I really want you to give these a try because, like I said, it just helps to keep eating healthy more interesting. All right, take care.